A Pizza Hut, a Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. McDonald's, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. McDonald's, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. I like food, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. You like food, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut.
In order to meet the needs of millions of people eating fast food, the food is mass-produced and created in the cheapest way possible in order to save money. They do this by using chemicals to preserve the food and to keep its taste. The majority of chains have apparently decided that it is much easier and much more profitable to increase the size and the fat content of their portions than to battle eating habits largely formed by years of their own mass marketing. Not only does this help them, but it also attracts many customers because they think they're getting more for their money. Because of this, there are lots of negative side effects from the food, such as diabetes, heart disease, colon cancer, and breast cancer. Obesity is now the second only to smoking as a cause of mortality in the United States. A low minimum wage has long been a crucial part of the fast food industry's business plan. Teenagers are the majority of the workers in the fast food industry because they can be paid low wages and do not have to be skilled, which makes them perfect for the food industry's business plan. Fast food chains accept hundreds of millions of dollars in government subsidies for training employees, but they quietly spend enormous sums on research and technology to eliminate employee training and to better their machinery and make food cheaper. The fast food restaurants employ the highest rate of low-wage workers, have among the highest turnover rates, and pay minimum wage to a higher proportion of their employees than any other American industry. The customers are the victims in the fast food industry's business plan. Because they use the cheap food and preserve it with chemicals, it can cause health problems. The cheapest ground beef was not only the most likely to be contaminated with pathogens, but also the most likely to contain pieces of spinal cord, bone, and gristle left behind by the automated meat recovery system. Because they buy cheap ingredients, they can sell their food at low costs, making it easy for anyone to buy. They use salts and flavors to make it taste good, and this covers up the poor quality and taste of the food. It is so cheap and tastes so good that so many people go back for more, and eventually, from the fat content and large portions, many people become obese or suffer another problem.
America has now become the fattest nation in the world. Congratulations! Nearly 100 million Americans are today either overweight or obese. That's more than 60% of all U.S. adults. Since 1980, the total number of overweight and obese Americans has doubled, with twice as many overweight children and 3 times as many overweight adolescents. The fattest state in America? Mississippi, where 1 in 4 people are obese. Over the course of my McDiet, I consumed 30 pounds of sugar from their food. That's a pound a day. On top of that, I also took in 12 pounds of fat. In only 30 days of eating nothing but McDonald's, I gained 24.5 pounds. My liver turned to fat, and my cholesterol shot up 65 points. My body fat percentage went from 11 to 18%, still below the national average of 22% for men and 30% for women. I nearly doubled my risk of coronary heart disease, making myself twice as likely to have heart failure. I felt depressed and exhausted most of the time, my mood swung on a dime, and I craved this food more and more when I ate it, and got massive headaches when I didn't.
The fast food industry's biggest benefit is that it plays such a large role in the economy. Some countries even depend on its revenue. Burger King, McDonald's, and Tricon Global Restaurants employ about 3.7 million people worldwide. Although the fast food industry is helping our economy now, we will have to pay the price in the future. As more and more people become obese, medical costs will start to increase, and many will be unable to afford medical attention, as obesity now costs Americans more in health care spending than smoking. The fast food industry puts themselves in front of the customer and their employees by making sure they get as much money as possible without putting money back into their corrupt industry.